for some functions, and after the disbursement of the funds, seek the concurrence of the National Assembly on the same. And so the member of Mbalambala is dwelling his a motion or his request on the allocation of help to support KMTC students on Article 223 of the Constitution. The Deputy Speaker of the House, Honorable Gladys Boss, is currently in the House this morning. Allow me to hand over for this live broadcast. Enjoy your viewing. The Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Dr. Moses Wetangula, will be presiding over the business of the National Assembly. You can see him on your screens already, and the members are all upstanding, meaning the business of the National Assembly will be commencing now. Allow me to hand you over for this live broadcast. Enjoy your viewing.
Tuombe. Ewe Mwenyezi Mungu ambaye kwa hekima na wema wako umetoa nyadhifa za viongozi na mabunge kwa ustawi wa jamii na utawala wa haki wa wanadamu, tukusihi utazame kwa neema nyingi sisi watumishi wako ambao umeridhika kutuita tutekeleze shughuli muhimu za jamhuri yetu. Tunakuomba uteremshie baraka zako sisi tuliokutanika hapa, na utujalie tuyatende na kufikiria mambo yote yatakayofikishwa mbele yetu kwa njia ya haki na uaminifu, ili utukufu na sifa zako ziendelezwe, na ili kustawisha amani, ufanisi na heri ya nchi yetu na wale ambao haja zao umezikabidhi mikononi mwetu. Amen. Sergeant, ring the quorum bell. Whips, get your members in.
The Speaker of the National Assembly, he is currently presiding over the business of the House this morning. And upon the commencement of business this morning, we have the Quorum bell on ring mode as per the directives by the Speaker. And this directive is coming from the Standing Orders number 34, subsection 1, that guides the House upon the commencement of business on matters quorum. As at this juncture, the House is not properly quorated, and we have that directive by Speaker Moses Wetangula that the Sergeant-at-Arms ring the quorum bell for 10 minutes for members of the National Assembly within the presence of Parliament to make their way into the chambers this morning. To have the House quorated to commence business. In regards to the standing orders of the National Assembly, we need at least 50 members of Parliament to be in the chambers this morning for the House to commence with the consideration of business before it. In today's order paper, the House will be considering the Prevention of Livestock and Produce Theft Bill 2023. And the Productive and the Prevention of Livestock and Produce Theft is an act of Parliament seeking to provide for a legal framework for the identification of livestock, the movement of livestock, and the prevention of livestock theft, and the regulation of trade of livestock, the return of illegally acquired livestock and firearms, and for the connected purposes. In a nutshell, this is a bill that is seeking to regulate the livestock industry.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Order, members. Take your seats, Osoro. Raphael, take your seat, Baba. Honorable members, welcome to this morning's sitting. I've just come from ascending to 8 bills passed by this House. Congratulations to all of you who participated. It is the highest number of bills ever ascended together, including private members' bills by Owen Bayer, Roita Obo, Waithaka, and others. That's very good. I'll invoke my authority understanding order number 1 and direct as follows: that the sitting of the House this morning is adjourned. We will have a sitting at 2:30 this afternoon, where the Speaker will give you some important communication. For now, the House stands adjourned and you will all be upstanding. Businesses lined up this morning, you bear with the leadership and yours truly. There will be an opportunity to prosecute those businesses later.
Well, that marks the end of this morning's sitting that has had the Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Dr. Moses Wetangula, suspending today's morning sitting at the National Assembly owing to some communications he says he'll be making to members of the National Assembly in the afternoon when the House will be sitting during this afternoon to consider a number of business before it. And remember, during yesterday's sitting, the leader of the majority party was directed to have the Cabinet Secretary for Education appear before the House to answer to issues of delayed release of capitation funds. We'll be handing you over back to